I got my hands on an advanced copy of Tina Knowles' new autobiography, Matriarch, and I'd like to read an excerpt for you. The group was actually supposed to be called Joanne's Girls because I was getting the fabric from Joanne's Fabric, but Andrea always had to have her messy ass way. Anyway, I knew the two little heifers that quit was gonna be a problem the way their hips was spreading in them outfits. I could always tell a troublesome, fast-tailed hussy from a mile away or from an inch high. I would have to say, though, my biggest regret in life are the outfits I made for the Bugaboo video. I mean, I didn't plan on putting pictures in this book, but I must take ownership as a matriarch for what I did to my daughter and those girls. Those girls. I mean, look at this. Look at this. What was I thinking? Was I high? I must have been high. I didn't even smoke back then. And I was high with these outfits. A tragedy. But my girls still made it, even with my meddling in their fashionable ways. Beyonce's never recovered. And maybe my oldest daughter can't create her own clothing line. Maybe she tries consistently and that's something she just can't do. I don't know when she'll realize it. I'm gonna let her keep trying. Maybe she'll get it on the 8th try, maybe the 9th. But I don't think she's gonna win on that one. God gave her everything else, but she a hard-headed little heifer. Always gotta have her way. Glad she let that Oscar go, though, because she realized there was going to be one bad movie after another. I don't know why she don't get it with the clothing lines. This is an excerpt from Chapter 9, Men and Mildew. I'm going to confess to you the real reason I left Matthew Knowles. He just put on too much middle-aged weight and got shiny. We had Beyonce money. I had been fucking other men for years. I didn't care that he was having an affair, but I told him, don't you bring no babies home. He said he got a vasectomy, lying piece of shit. But them girls ran his pockets good. They ran his pockets good. Them won't even pay the little heifers to keep quiet. God damn, I remember when men had dignity and respect and paid to keep their families on the other side of town quiet. But not this growth of knee. You gonna let this heifer do an article in People magazine. Spread eagle. Spread eagle. And you talk about protecting our daughter. She needed protection from you. But I still didn't care about your cheating. I didn't care where you were at night. I didn't want your fat ass in my bed. You got too greasy for me. That's really what it was. I had on a beautiful one-of-a-kind Chanel suit, and his face grease dripped on it. Ruined my damn suit. I said at that moment, I was done. Soul Glow in 2006. I never. And that's really what it was. That was the drip that broke this camel's back. Oh, Lord, let me not say camel. Lord, that heifer gonna get mad at me for making fun of her ugly husband. But, ooh, thank God I have pretty grandchildren. I was scared for a minute. I was scared. We tried to talk her out of it. And then he cheated. So we were right. Chapter 16, The Heir and the Spare. I have to say it is nice having a daughter that can spend time with me like Solange since she doesn't have anything to do. She was bitter for a while. It did drive her up the wall. I'm not going to mince words. But she made it through. I mean, to be second born and have the world consider you second best is tough for anyone to deal with. I've genuinely been happy for my daughter, but Jesus, anybody would need therapy with this. Anybody would need therapy. Also, you realize I didn't know I wanted to be famous, and I was thrust into this life like you think you know what you're getting, and then you got it, and you're like, oh, I can't go to a grocery store. I don't have to go to a grocery store, but you get bored kicking around the mansion every day. I know that sounds terrible, but think about it. I haven't been able to go outside since the year 2000. The pandemic for us was de rigueur. But we knew that Solange was going to get pregnant by a loser in high school. That's why we gave her that solo album nobody bought. That nobody bought. Just a waste of money and time. I mean, when you're single as I Decided, I've been around music enough to know that was nobody's leading single. But I let Matthew charge ahead, knowing them girls was going to drop him sooner than later. And Lord, I'm glad they did. Now, I know you want to know, did I divorce Richard Lawson because he was enjoying some transgendered pornography? And the world found that out because he was liking those videos on Twitter and he didn't know the rest of the world could see his likes? It wasn't that. It was the grease. Again, it was the grease. I let my man cheat in peace. That's how my marriage lasted for so long. But you ain't gonna fuck up an outfit. You ain't gonna fuck up an outfit. I'm telling you now, I'm sick of it. Men, wash your damn faces. Put some powder on for all that oil. Now you're probably wondering, how do you have a Beyonce of your own? How do you nurture your child's genius? Put up with your husband's cheating so you can have a stable environment and make sure you're successful yourself. The key was cash. And also 1990s pricing. I mean, we were making decent money and living in an affordable city. We were able to flit and flee to California for her auditions and the whatnot because we had the money. Yes, he was able to quit his job because I doubled down on mine and made those horrible little outfits. My greatest regret. I think we could have scrounged up the money for something for them to look better. But I also think that crappy, scrappy, homespun, literally, garb, shall we say, got them where they are. I'll always have mixed feelings on those mixed fabrics. Now with social media, you've got so much competition. You see, we eliminated our daughter's competition. We just got the other three little heifers that could sing, signed them, and then tanked their careers. I don't know if you'll be able to do that. You've got to have a husband with the stomach for it. And you also have to be conniving yourself. You've got to look those little girls in the eye and lie to secure your own daughter's future. These are hard lessons and harsh truths. But if you want to be the true matriarch, I know you can do it. And really, what was Latavia going to do with the microphone anyway? What was she going to do? I know a loser. I know a loser. Well, I thought that was very interesting. I just skipped around and read some prose from different chapters, a paragraph here and a paragraph there. Let me know what you thought and if you'll be picking up her book. Well, I'll see you soon for something.